Hello and welcome to Just Let It Happen podcast, episode 2, if you can believe it. We actually got through the first one, barely. So anyway, this episode is actually sponsored by patreon.com/Just Let It Happen. This is sponsored by you guys. We do have rewards and goals, and we're looking to make this more into just a podcast. We want to expand it out to Let's Plays, more streaming, and it helps us get better equipment since we sound like shit. We have a guest today, but first I'll introduce Dennafen. How you been, man?
I'm doing good. How are you doing, man?
I'm okay. A little bit of a headache, but we're just going to soldier through. And today we have a special guest, EmpororGrinnar. What's up, man?
Oh, thank you for having me on.
Yeah, such an accomplishment, right? You've made it now.
I wasn't actually sure I'd be able to make it, to be honest.
Yeah, it is a little bit. It is a little bit earlier than we had hoped. And, you know, we're a small little podcast, and we're dwarfed by your magnificence, so... Just found out we got retweeted by twitchstreams.org. Thank you, I guess. So yeah, what have you guys been up to?
Well, let's see here. So I've been as far as like games I've been playing. I'm playing a lot of Cities Skyline.
Yeah, you mentioned that. Did you actually check out the thing I sent you about all the mods that you can get for it, turned into like Borderlands and stuff?
Yeah, I saw that. I saw like the border city skylines and stuff like that. They have a bunch of them. They have a bunch of really good mods actually. Really open modding community. I'm using a couple already that make the game substantially less annoying at times. I really like the fact that you can customize the skyline. Like that's really the point, is customizing a city.
Yeah,
it's pretty fun. It's everything SimCity should have been.
Yeah. We don't really want to. I guess we should talk about it. Yeah, Maxis. You know, rest in peace and all that. But yeah, anyway, we'll come back to that actually. For me, I actually purchased 7 Days to Die last night. It's on sale. You can get 2 copies for the same price as one, or you can get it for like $14.95. I'll put a link in the link dump. If you don't have that game and you enjoy Minecraft, you probably should pick it up. It has infinite map. It's very enjoyable. There are zombies everywhere, even in the daytime. It's basically what a zombie apocalypse would look like with crafting and voxels. So, what game have you been playing recently, Grinnar?
I've been streaming a marathon of Final Fantasy games.
Oh yeah, which one are you on right now?
I am currently on Disc 2 of Final Fantasy 8.
Disc 2 of 8, huh? That's almost as far as I've gotten. I got through Disc 2, and then Disc 3 was corrupted.
Oh, that sucks. That's a lot of hours wasted, man.
I know it was. It really was disappointing.
I live vicariously on that game. I loaned it out to my Chinese friend in college, and he just blew through it, just like he did EverQuest. I never hit max level. He was max level in like 3 weeks, and that's impossible to do. But yeah, so yeah, I appreciate you coming out. Little plug: your Twitch stream is twitch.tv/EmpororGrinnar. There'll be a link in the show notes there. So yeah, let's come back to Maxis real fast. We have a link here to Kotaku saying EA shuts down SimCity developer Maxis. Now, is anyone surprised here after what happened with SimCity?
Yeah, not really. I mean, SimCity was just a giant clusterfuck. The problem with it being Maxis being the one that's punished for it, they're also the ones that developed The Sims. I'm pretty sure between The Sims and Madden Football, that's the only thing sustaining EA.
Unless you're in the UK, and then it's it's football 2014 or whatever.
Yeah, it's
FIFA. FIFA football.
FIFA.
You got to call it football, or else you get your ass kicked out there.
No, I'm gonna call it soccer everywhere. I don't care.
Well, the term soccer was originally made by the British, so...
Take that, Britain.
Yeah.
Yeah! So yeah, actually, Maxis, I'm not surprised at all, because Maxis actually lied about the thing being online only, and then that clever modder just said, oh, I just flipped a switch, and I can run it offline. So...
Yeah.
They pretty much flat out lied.
It was a business decision. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's what they do. But no, like Maxis made some of my favorite games. They made SimCity, SimCopter,
Sim Tower, Sim Ant. I put so many hours into Sim Ant.
I used to go to the library in elementary school just to play Sim Ant.
Oh, you're so young.
Sim Ant and Oregon Trail, man. What was about?
Yeah, actually, I think it was in sixth grade. Cement was there and in the library. But yeah, it was all about Oregon Trail and Lode Runner for us on the little Apple IIs.
There you go. What? So actually, I want to go back to what you were streaming, Grin. So you're going through the Final Fantasy games, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where did you start? Like, how many have you played?
You mean my personal history or with the stream?
With the stream. With the stream.
Okay, I started with Final Fantasy III. I was going to do the whole series from start to present, but I couldn't get the hardware for it because only some are on PC, and I don't have a capture card. I also don't have a second TV. That makes streaming a lot easier. There's like so much going on with streaming that makes it hard unless you have at least 2 or 3 TVs.
Yeah.
So without all that stuff, I have to rely on Steam, and so I got the HD remakes of some of them, and I'm just going from there. I couldn't actually beat Final Fantasy III.
Is that 3 or 6?
Japanese 3,
Okay,
American
Japanese
original 6, but when they re-released it, they gave it the proper numbers. So yeah, that's also something that came up, was the whole like, so are you playing 3 or are you playing 6? I'm like, I'm playing the Japanese 3.
Which is, it's Final Fantasy 2.
Yeah, it's Final Fantasy 2 in the United States, yeah.
Is it? I don't know.
Yeah, it's Final Fantasy 2. They like skipped every other Final Fantasy. They're like, I don't know if it's going to work over here.
Yeah, it's too difficult for those, round eyes.
Those filthy casual round eyes. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So I couldn't even beat the game because there's no save points. You have to save on the world map.
Right.
And the last section of the game, there's 7 bosses you have to fight, and I'm not high enough level. So I rage quit and I went on to 4.
There you go.
3 is the one with the job system, right? Like the classic job.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and they totally brought that back with Tactics and X2 or 10-2 or whatever you want to call it.
They also did that with 13.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Sort of. Which is the one with the really annoying girl, or is that all of them?
Most of them.
Yeah. Well, the one that came out on Xbox 360 and PlayStation, and
that would probably be 13.
Yeah.
Are you talking about the Australian lady?
The little girl who was constantly.
That does not help at all.
Okay.
Yeah. The only one with the little girl that I know of, unless you're thinking of Hope, and he's actually a boy.
The white-haired kid?
Would be.
I actually liked Hope. He was a little emo child. They just needed to dye his hair black and, start cutting or whatever.
Yeah. Because the only ones that I found really annoying in 13 were Vanille and Fang. And those were the Australian ladies.
Oh, okay. I only got up to the first disc. I didn't really get past it because I was just like, to be honest, I was swayed by Zero Punctuation. He's just hated on the game, and I was just like, all right, I'll move on.
Yeah, I pretty much didn't. It was just I didn't like the fact that it was like a 30-hour tutorial. It's not fun. It was not fun.
That was long as shit, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was the whole game basically. It's a giant tutorial. Nah. Yeah, no, I'm not a fan of 13. Not one bit.
Although I really like 10, a lot.
Are you going to play 13 then?
Me?
Yeah.
Or him? Oh, me? Yeah. That's the next one up.
The other me.
Wait, you're going from 8 to 13?
Those are the only ones that are on PC, so yeah.
Oh man.
If they had all the other ones, I would be like, yeah.
That's like going from 7 to 8 to 13 is just the going into the bowels of Final Fantasy. I'm sorry.
Yeah. And it's only just a little bit invaded my dreams.
Only just a little bit. I thought they don't have 10 on the PC. I swear they had 10 on the PC.
No, I don't think so. They just remastered it on the PS3.
Yep.
Yeah, and I bought it Black Friday sale. Holla. But yeah, it actually comes with X2 as well. Don't know why I skipped I skipped races there, but yeah. Cut that out.
Alrighty.
Alrighty.
Then so what about so you've been playing the 7 days, you said? 7 days later?
7 Days to Die. Yeah, that game it's pretty unforgiving, but you can mod it pretty well. If you want to, everything has durability in regards to structure. So if you set up a house, the zombies, without repairing it, will eventually get in. So they recommend you do 4 layers, etc. It gets pretty hairy at night when the mobs and the hordes start coming out. So I highly recommend it. I've only played maybe an hour of it so far, but I'm really enjoying it.
Alright.
Yeah, and I'm thinking maybe if we hit our funding goal, we can make that our first Let's Play.
So $14 worth of hour of fun times. I could see that.
To be honest, at $14, I was waiting for it to go down in price. To be honest, 24 was too much for me.
Actually, so we hit on this on the last one. Was the price thing, right?
The hour for the dollar.
Yeah, the dollar an hour. So what is your opinion on that, Grinnar?
Are we talking about hours of entertainment versus price paid?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's actually how I've been judging a lot of games lately.
So, but yeah, like he was saying like $1 per hour, right?
Yeah.
I don't think that's right. Like, I'm willing to pay like $10 an hour for a good game, like for a good for a really enjoyable time. You know what I mean? Like, I put like used GTA 5 as an example before, but you could use like what's
Bloodborne.
Bloodborne? Oh no, well, like like Company Heroes is good.
Never played it.
Good single player game. Homeworld, actually. I'm not gonna play that for 40 hours probably, but it's a fantastic game. It was a fantastic game. It is fantastic. It has a great story. You know, really enjoy that.
Yeah, and single player experiences are pretty underrated nowadays, but it's very important to have, a really good story, etc. Like I heard some bad things about Dying Light, but I was listening to the patch today and an older episode, and they were just going off on how the multiplayer was pretty fun, the co-op was decent, and it actually got me interested in at least taking a look at it.
But again, those are all online features. Like, there's really no good single player. Like, no games that are coming out recently are going to have like really good single player experiences.
Unless you're playing roguelikes or indie games.
But the one that I was talking about before was Pillars of Eternity. Looks like it might be good. It's a return to a classic isometric RPG.
Yeah, actually, Baldur's Gate spiritual successor. Yeah.
Yeah, that looks like it might be good.
They're actually making a Baldur's Gate 3, supposedly. I don't know what the rumor mill is on that these days. I heard about it, and then it just disappeared for a while.
Yeah, I heard they couldn't... didn't it try to get a Kickstarter? Oh, that was probably a different game. But they were waiting to see how the enhanced versions did before they decided to do 3.
Oh, I see. The Kickstarter that you were probably thinking of was the Torment successor.
Oh, yeah. Did that ever get funded, or did it fail?
I think it got funded. I didn't actually like. Torment is my favoriteest of all time PC games. I have to admit, I am super lazy.
I can't get past the tutorial. I just can't. It's a game that's supposed to be good for me. Love Baldur's Gate. Love Neverwinter Nights, the original. Played the hell out of modules.
So here's my question about Torment. Right? Did you play Torment when it came out, or did you get told about Torment being a really good game and then play it?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Oh, I bought it because of the Baldur's Gate 2 development studio.
Okay,
yeah,
so you got told it was a good game and played it later.
No, I didn't get told anything. I mean, gaming journalism back then was, in magazines, EGM, or what have you.
You played it when it came out then?
Yeah.
Okay, so you played it. Okay, that was my question, because I know a lot of people who played it later because they were told how good the game is, and it is a really good game. But I don't know if it's necessarily like that type of game necessarily stands up to the test of time, as it were.
Yeah. If they made an HD version like they did with the Baldur's Gate, they would sell probably better.
Probably. I'm just saying,
nowadays, after all of the hype and all of the cult classic, stuff.
Yeah, but it's AD&D, dude, as well. Like,
that's
so
second
hard.
edition. Yeah,
it's second edition. It's brutal.
Miss, hit. Oh, yeah.
Right.
Critical miss.
Oh, that guy just critted me. I have to start this area all over again.
Yep.
Yeah. The guy touched me. I'm dead.
Actually, I was playing a mod for Neverwinter Nights that brought it back to AD&D. You had to sleep, you had to get food and everything. It was interesting. But anyway.
Well, they would still have to use. They would use like the 3.5 system or something.
Yeah, it was 3.5. My apologies.
Something on top of it.
Yeah, they were using a 3.5 hybrid for Neverwinter Nights, but this one brought it back to actual 3.5.
Interesting.
Yeah.
But no, sorry, go with that. Oh yeah. So they have Pillars of Eternity. That's where they're going with this. Looks like a really good HD game. Like, it looks really pretty, with all of the graphics turned up. I also like the new system they have. Instead of relying on a Dungeons and Dragons system, like actually developing a system from the ground up for a PC game looks interesting to me.
Yeah, one of the developing companies is Obsidian, and you and I spoke about this before. I have mixed feelings on them, but they've really shined lately, so I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, I'll probably wait for it to actually come out.
Yeah,
but yeah, I think if it gets good reviews, I'll probably pay full price for it though.
Yeah, and is it out in alpha form right now in early access, or is it just in Kickstarter?
It's in pre-order. It comes out March 26th.
Okay.
Yeah. It comes out. Does it come out tomorrow? Yeah, it comes out tomorrow. Yeah, it comes out tomorrow.
Yeah, that was a huge thing on Steam for a while too.
Yeah.
But it's $45, and I'm a cheap bastard these days.
Yeah, it's really hard to justify getting a game on release. Actually, usually you just wait for the next Steam sale, and even Alien Isolation came out like late last year. I got it for $20, or sorry, $14 off of Steam, like during one of their big sales. So yeah, Alien Isolation, good game, by the way, good single player game.
It is a good game. I actually really like that game.
Yeah,
I want to get it, but I missed the sale. And now I'm out of money.
No, you need to get that internet money.
I know, right?
Get that internet money, man. Internet money. Actually, so I don't know, on the news stories you have Bloodborne getting petitioned to bring it to the PC.
Yeah, see, here's the thing, and the reason I put that there is because it's so stupid that people are actually petitioning this, because it was labeled a PlayStation exclusive, or a Sony exclusive rather. And so they were just like, you guys suck for not bringing it to the PC. Well, it's licensing rights. It's not anything else but that, If it wasn't licensing rights and they wouldn't port it, then yeah, I would kind of get behind it. Or maybe even not.
They brought Dark Souls 1 to the PC.
And we all know how that happened.
Yeah, it worked out so well for us gamers.
It worked out so well for them, too, with all the goodwill they lost.
Yeah, I know. It's like let's go ahead, and it's like, you guys wanted it. Here you go. Here's a shitty port. It's like, it doesn't work right. Yeah.
It was so bad that it was quintessential. It was like, installing Torchlight and not using Synergy. It was like you had to use DSFix and all that, so.
Well, no, you didn't have to use it, but it was like locked at 30 frames.
30 frames, yeah.
It's like, it's so weird. So weird. But, no, I don't have a problem with them just being on PS4.
You love the brutal difficulty games, I know that.
I do love I actually, so here's the thing, is I actually don't, but I really like Dark Souls. Like,
every time I go into TeamSpeak, you're like, playing Dark Souls.
Did you ever play Demon Souls?
I did play Demon Souls.
That was even more brutal.
I got to the dragon and then I quit.
Which one? Because there's the red and then there's the blue.
The red one, going across the bridge.
Every time I would go across that bridge, I would forget that dragon was just going to murder my ass. So it's like, shit.
So here's what happened to me. It's funny because I had almost the exact same experience that Yahtzee had from Zero Punctuation.
Yeah.
I got through the thing, and then I killed the boss, right? And I got my humanity back. I was like, sweet. Let's go to the next area. Immediately killed by the dragon. I was like, fuck this game.
There comes a point in the game where you have to run without your humanity, just because it's like, you have to run as a shell or a husk or whatever they're called.
It wasn't that. It's just I had spent the last 3 hours fighting this boss to get my humanity back, and I just immediately lost it.
It's a single player raid experience, basically.
It's awesome. Like, From Software is really good. At least in Dark Souls and Dark Souls 2. I don't know about Bloodborne. I haven't played it yet. They're really good at making you feel like it's your fault, which I know doesn't sound like an advantage, but it is, because it is your fault. Like, when you die in Dark Souls or Bloodborne or Dark Souls 2, it's like, I fucked up. That's my fault.
They teach you the game through failure, and that's the way it should be, actually. And a lot of gamers are used to being spoon-fed with tutorials and everything. I mean, there's a video out, what if Quake was made today, and there's this big crosshair. You can't go into areas because it says return to the combat zone. and tips pop up every 5 seconds.
Back when corridor shooters had more than one corridor.
Oh, jeez.
Don't get me started. The first day of my streaming marathon, the thing I did Doom on ZDoom. It was amazing. I still enjoy that game. So
I am worse at Doom now than I was when I was like 8 or 9.
You can lose skill at it. Like, you can totally lose skill at that game.
Plus, as you get older, your reaction times go down. Like, when I'm playing, like, competitive first-person shooters on anything, I notice that I don't have it anymore. Like, I was a lot better, like, at 25 than I am now. So I stick to games that are a little slower.
We need to have the old person room, like, for us old fogies that are 30. It's like the senior basketball court.
Running around on walkers passing a basketball.
Yeah.
And the hoop is a trash can.
Yeah. Perfect.
Good for you. It's not about winning, it's about moving.
Let all the young whippersnappers play the Call of Duty. We'll go and play some
Skyrim.
Skyrim. Yeah, there you go.
Our reactions don't matter nearly enough.
Exactly.
Some old Apogee classics like Duke Nukem.
There you go.
Oh, dude, I bought the Megaton edition with the Humble Bundle. I put it in. I'm like, this is way too freaking fast. I can't play this. How the hell did I play this?
Or how about some Serious Sam? There you go. Oh man,
I have the remasters of those.
Funny thing about Serious Sam and like how companies are getting back at pirates with the when you pirate Serious Sam, randomly I think it's Serious Sam, an invincible giant scorpion will spawn.
Oh yeah,
and kill you.
That's great. It's great. It's an extended demo. It's fantastic.
Basically.
Yeah, there's a few games like that that if you pirate it, they'll make it completely unusable and they'll freeze it halfway through. Or there was this one game, I forget what it was called. I'll probably look it up later, where if you pirated the game, they would put pirate hats on every single sprite in the game.
I like what they did with. Did you ever play Game Developer or Game Tycoon?
Game Developer Tycoon.
Yeah. And in that one, what they did is if you pirated, they released a pirated version of the game, and if you downloaded the pirated version of the game, your game after a certain point, couldn't make money because it was losing money to pirates.
That's actually really funny. Real world problems in a game, right?
Yeah.
They do say that PC game usage is up to 90% pirates now. I'm not sure I believe that, but that's what companies are constantly saying.
I mean, if you count China, everything's 90% pirates.
Yeah, Russia.
Yeah, piracy is kind of like cultural there.
It's like seriously, like it's something like 7 out of every 10 iPhones are pirated in China. Like, it's ridiculous. So it depends on what demographic you're talking about.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I used to pirate everything all the time, all pirates all day, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, I'll just stop. I'll just stop now. Like
There's Steam there now. I don't have to. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it was a combination of different things. Like I'm not 14 making no money. I'm 30 making no money.
There you go.
So I'm responsible with my no money and pay for these games.
Oh, quick update. Last week I mentioned I was playing Elite Dangerous. Finally got my hauler. Stopped playing immediately. I don't know why.
Oh, man.
I didn't stop, but I'm like, okay, I got my hauler. I did a couple trade runs, and I'm like, okay, I can come back to this and be okay. I still have my joysticks and everything, so gonna get back into it this weekend and do some flying.
Hey, so you have this thing about the Rust chooses players race thing. What the fuck, dude? I was reading this article. What the fuck? Like, and not so much that they did it. So Rust chooses the player's race now, and it's linked to your Steam ID.
Look at the quote. Look at the quote. You are who you are, and you can't change it. Deal with it.
Yeah, it's awesome. So, like, I kind of want to play this game now just to find out what race I am.
Just like in real life, you are who you are. You can't change your skin color or your face. And some of these are be like, I'm black and I wanted to be white. Not just trying to be racist, but wondering why I can't find it.
Yeah, and like people were saying, like, this ruined the game. and stuff. It's like,
dude, you know what ruined that game?
What?
Rust ruined that game. The game, I mean, they first of all, it was a zombie thing, and then they took the zombies out and put red across some of their creatures and called them super creatures because they didn't want to be a zombie game. Immediately, you lost me there. But yeah.
honestly, I'm more interested in it now.
Really?
Yeah, I am done with zombies. I'm over it. I'm over.
Yeah, the market is oversaturated.
Meanwhile, go ahead.
No, I'm not even like over zombies in video games. Like I'm just over zombies. Like if I never have to see another zombie movie or zombie book or zombie anything, I just don't care. I like if zombies are associated with it, I'm less interested in it. It's sort of like everything having to do with World War II in the late 90s. Like every video game, every shooter, like every game, every movie.
The enemy was Hitler.
Like, yeah, the enemy was Hitler, and I was like, all right, I'm done. Like,
although to be fair, the end boss to Wolfenstein was not Hitler. He was the end boss in Act 3. The end boss was someone completely different. What, Himmler? The end of 5?
I kind of want to kill Nazis again. Like, why can't we go back to killing Nazis?
Well, they did release a new version of Wolfenstein, which I hear is pretty good.
I hear it's pretty good too, but I'm just saying, like, can't we go? I'm tired of seeing all the gray and all the zombies.
Everything's macabre. It's freaking Limbo. You have the artist stuff.
Yeah, I just want I want colorful shooting Hitler. I want a nice happy Hitler shooting time. Like, can't I have that?
Actually, one of the best homages to anybody was the Hitler meme on YouTube where people just replace his voice from that movie. Mm-hmm. Or replace the subtitles and they just put random shit. One of the animators that I used to follow, Kitty, I forget the numbers after Kitty X something.
Okay.
Yeah, he was one of the founding source Gmod animators, and he was really funny. Like a couple of the things like Mass Defect and a couple Andy Garcia, etc., and a bunch of Team Fortress stuff and Moments with Heavy. He died. He had leukemia and he died, and it was sad. But then the first thing that came up was, Hitler reacting to his death, and that's the way to go right there. If you can get a Hitler video made after you, you've made it. Why did he have to fucking die?
so such a low standard. I'm gonna put that up there.
That's what I want when I go.
You will get it, sir. I will make sure that I get a giant Hitler montage video played over your casket.
I appreciate it.
Can I go on a weird tangent?
Go.
Sure.
That's what the show is. The outline is for
All right,
picks.
so
Go.
Leonard Nimoy died, right?
Yep.
And a lot of Trekkies who live in Canada, like the Canadian government had to issue a plea to the public to stop drawing on their Fivers because they were drawing them to make him look like Spock.
Drawing on what?
On the
Canadian $5 bill.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because it looks like Spock. Like it's really easy to make it look like Spock.
Okay, let's find that link.
Anyways, yeah, I did not know about that. That's they had to do a public plea to stop people from drawing on their money.
Yeah.
That's
Huh. So they just added ears? Oh, there it is. Found it. That's actually pretty funny. Here, I'll link it in the Twitch channel.
Yeah. It just so everyone was doing that.
That's cool.
It was pretty awesome. So who was the guy on the $5 bill? Like I don't understand.
I don't know, some Canadian guy.
Some Canadian guy? What if he's not Canadian? You don't know, man. Don't be racist.
What if he's British?
Yeah, see?
Actually, wouldn't that be French? Since there's a lot of French Canadians out there.
Well, in Canada, their government status is really confusing. But if you look into the laws, they are still under colonial provisions or something like that.
Yeah,
all it takes.
They're Commonwealth of Britain.
Yeah. So basically, if British Parliament votes to revoke the Canadian government is absolved, or whatever the hell that term is.
And they become a tyrant state.
Yep.
Well, I mean, that could happen regardless. But I don't think that's going to happen. I have a strong suspicion that the Canadians might get a little upset if if they tried to do that.
So they're all going to go on strike for that internet money?
Right, exactly.
No one watches South Park anymore. Anyway, I know I haven't in like 4 or 5 seasons. I just lost
Speaking
interest.
of, the South Park game is really fun and was made by Obsidian.
Yeah, I heard that. I need to play it. I really do need to pick it up.
It was $5 on Sony, or on the Sony store, the PSN store, like a few weeks ago. Yeah,
Was it?
Grabbed it.
It's a really fun game. I mean, it's only 15 hours, but there's like all that time will go by and you'll be like, wow, that was only 15 hours. It felt like it was such a much longer, awesome ride.
I hear it's a nostalgia bomb for old school RPG.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
The way it plays, kind of, yeah.
With fart jokes, obviously.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, it's South Park stuff.
Yeah, it is South Park.
But there's lots of
Constant
modern
spicy
references
racism.
as well.
Moderate what? Modern
There's
systems?
lots of modern references as well to like Skyrim and stuff like that.
Mm.
Oh, of course. Yeah, I mean they're good. They're good at the pop culture references. I don't think they're gonna. There's very unlikely they're gonna fuck up those. I was kind of
make a living on it.
Yeah, I was kind of concerned that they were gonna fuck up the game though. But that was more of a development thing than a Trey Parker and Matt Stone thing.
They're like, licenses? Sure, why not?
Yeah,
We need more money.
well, everyone could use more money.
Well,
Like they literally have I don't fucking care money. Like they're like Comedy Central just lets us do whatever we want. So fuck you, we'll do whatever we want.
they had that episode where they said what shit like 400 times and they let it go through.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was way back in 2000.
Well, they wanted to break the record for saying shit on
One and
TV
two.
during the like watershed or whatever it's called
Yeah.
break when you can do whatever you want on TV.
Well, it was the whole FCC allowed it because there were just so many of them that they said it lost its punch, and so they just let it go. And
Well, no,
plus, it wasn't on network TV. It was on
It's on cable, so it
cable,
doesn't matter. And even network TV is like after 10 o'clock, you can basically do whatever you want.
before the malfunction, of course.
No, it's between it's like after 10:30 and before 6 a.m. I think. It's basically just a free for all time where network TV can do whatever they want.
When I was in high school, we had this in government class where we had to introduce a bill, and half the students were Senate, half the students were Congress, and mine was just let's allow anything on TV, but put a constant box there, like of the rating. So, and at the beginning of each commercial break, have 5 seconds that allows people to or when you turn to that channel, give like a 5-second run so it says what it is. And I'm the only one that got their bill passed. However, they did cross out the thing where we'll allow anything on TV. So it was basically just permanently put a box on there for shits and giggles.
I mean, like they did.
Yeah, basically. I had foresight back in '99.
Yeah, I don't know. The
Yeah.
TV is whatever it is.
Does anyone ever actually watch TV anymore? I'm very curious. Is anyone
I don't
here?
actually.
I only watch Netflix.
Well, yeah. See, we're all unplugged, that's the whole buzzword for it. But yeah, I'm. If you're watching something, there's HBO Go. If you want to watch Game of Thrones.
HBO now.
Oh, is that what it's called now?
Yeah. So HBO Go was what it was if you had cable,
Uh-huh.
and HBO Now is what it'll be if you want to buy it.
It isn't. I think it's NBC releasing. I heard this on a podcast. They're releasing a comedy station 24 hours online that you can watch, and it's just all of their comedy shows on repeat. Basically, it's like $5 a month or like $7 a month or something.
Well, there's a bunch of that. So, like, basically, if you wanted to totally get rid of television but have all of the same content, you could buy the Roku channel thing, like the Sling TV. I think is what it
Slingbox.
is. No, there's Sling TV. It's a subscription service. It has like ESPN and then some other networks and like MLB, I think. And then you have the HBO Now, right, for HBO, and then Netflix and Hulu, and pretty much set for TV.
Yeah, and most of the stuff will come out on Netflix or Amazon Prime Video or Amazon On Demand or what have you. Eventually, anyway, like Breaking Bad, I'm watching that.
Really, Hulu is the closest to a TV replacement.
Yeah, that actually is very true. Isn't that like a week later they put the shows on, unless you have Plus or something?
It depends. Like if you have, I'm talking about if you have Plus, it's like the day after, so you're just watching a day behind.
So it's basically Crunchyroll but for the United States.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, I've never really used Hulu at all. I've seen like the little clips and stuff when you're on YouTube surfing around trying to look at Family Guy references or American Dad references, but yeah, it's always like go to Hulu and you'll see this, So
yeah, it's nice. I mean, it has basically the same number of ads, and the thing I don't like about it is when you pay for it, you're literally just paying to get more content for them to advertise on.
That is true. Should be free.
It used to be that if you paid a subscription to Hulu, you didn't have to watch advertisements anymore, but then they went and did it anyway.
That ended real quick. Yeah. I
was
hardly
that the way it
remember that.
was?
Yeah, when Hulu first came out.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's
and
right.
then they're
Way
like,
back.
this is stupid.
Yeah,
and then 2007.
Yeah, that's right. And then they changed the subscription model so it was content instead of ads that you got, or like time release content. Because all the content is free, you just have to wait longer to see it.
Yeah.
Or some content you just will never get unless you get Plus though. And it's very like hit and miss. I don't know. Hulu's weird. It's a weird model.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Anyway, we're way off topic, but that's fine. Speaking of TV, how about this segue? Father and son build giant transformers out of used car parts.
Did they do it because they were inspired by the TV show?
I'm assuming they're inspired by Hulu. They're apparently this is in China, and they're actually making money on it, according to one of the comments or so. And they're like, "Why aren't they being chased?" I'm like, "Because it's in China.
Yeah.
That's the pirate culture." Arr.
Well, it's not. I mean, in that case, it's not pirate culture. It's just they don't care about trademarks. So
Yeah.
they're not
Licensing
really.
laws are different.
Yeah, and honestly, the licensing laws in the U.S. are fucking ridiculous. So that's.
Yeah, like when they're trying to streamline trade agreements through Congress without oversight, just because of Apple, Disney, and everyone else on board. Then you're kind of have to give it a look and go, it's kind of weird.
But yeah, no, the I don't know, they look cool. I mean, they're neat. Optimus Prime's head is gears, I guess. I don't know. I don't understand. I don't really understand the obsession with the Transformers, because they're definitely modeled off of the Michael Bay Transformers.
Yeah,
the Michael Bay Transformers are trash, which I guess makes junk cars. So
yeah, junk cars.
But explosions.
But explosions and
no. Bay. No.
Yeah.
Bay explosions.
Bay explosions.
Bay explosions.
I was just waiting for Nolan to team with Michael Bay on Inception, and every time they did a kick, when they landed, they would explode.
So it would be an explodey kick, right?
Yeah.
And then it would have the Michael Bay trumpet, and then the Inception womp.
Womp. And then somehow Sean Connery would have to show up.
Exactly. No, the patriotic march music that he always does for Michael Bay. It was like dun dun dun, dun whoomp, and then explosion.
Did anyone see that latest? Go ahead.
I was just quoting Sean Connery.
Oh yeah. Did anyone see the newest Transformer movie? To be honest, after the one with the moon, when they were on the moon, I literally was hating myself halfway through that movie, and I fell asleep.
I watched the first one because I knew it was going to be robots hitting each other, and then I was like, okay, I experienced that. I don't need to see it again.
Yeah, you're lucky. Actually, someone in my former clan, they made a rendition of I think it was the third one, the third Transformers, without the Transformers, so it was just basically a movie about a guy who was slowly going insane. It was amazing. He couldn't put it up anywhere.
Shia LaBeouf's autobiography?
Basically, it was just him running around, trying to convince people that they were robots.
So one thing, so I hate the Transformers movies, but I hate also the fact that people give Michael Bay crap about being a bad filmmaker. He is an excellent filmmaker because he knows exactly what he's doing when he makes those movies.
No, he knows exactly what people want, and that's explosion.
No. He is an excellent filmmaker because he is manipulating everything that people want in those films. If you think about it, like especially the third one, because literally he had as little dialogue as possible and as much explosions and action as possible, because all the Transformers movies make their money overseas, and that's all the overseas clients want.
Yeah, I guess. I'm not going to agree with you at all about him being a great or a good filmmaker, but I must admit, The Rock changed my life.
The Rock is awesome. Also the Pain and Gain is awesome.
What?
I started that movie, but I couldn't finish it because we were drinking.
Dude,
we were playing some sort of card game, and I couldn't concentrate on two different things.
So you couldn't finish Pain and Gain?
Yeah.
That's fair enough.
We were doing a drinking game back in my old place where every time someone said the word fuck during what the fuck is it called? Really? I can't think of this movie. Saints, Boondock Saints.
Oh.
The
first one or the second one?
The first one. Every time someone said fuck, we'd have to take a drink. And that ended pretty quick. We were all on the floor going, yeah, we need to stop. And we weren't even like 20 minutes in.
If you a good one actually to do that with, in my opinion, would be the new Martin Scorsese film, Wolf of Wall Street.
That's a good movie.
It's an excellent movie and has the most fucks of any movie.
Does it?
Yeah, it has more fucks than any movie. So
it's like 4 hours long, which I didn't realize until the second time I watched it.
That's why it's good, because it's only slightly more fucks than most other movies, right, per hour. So you can get really fucked up but not notice it. Like there's enough fucks where it gets you messed up, but not enough fucks so close together that you're on the floor.
And it gets NC-17.
Right.
Actually, I'll be honest, since we're talking about movies, I'll be honest. The Leonardo DiCaprio portrayal of the slaver in Django Unchained was amazing. The whole improv scene where he slammed his hand down and cut his hand and worked it into the scene by wiping the blood on the maid or on the slave.
Yeah, that was really amazing.
Oh man, when you find out that that's legit and that was her just in shock because it was like, oh my god, it's just it's one of the best pieces of improv I've seen. And I heard that he got from Watch Mojo, I think one of their top 10 lists, he got a standing ovation after that from the crew.
Yeah. I watch Mojo as well.
Yeah, like I throw it on my Xbox all the time, or sorry, my PS3 all the time because it's just easy just to have it on loop and stuff. So it's just downstairs while we're downstairs, and it's movies. Everyone loves movies. I mean, we've been talking about it for 20 minutes.
Exactly.
On a gaming podcast. So anyway,
I don't really think. I think this is the podcast that have games.
Yeah, that is very true. We have to earn the gaming talk show somewhere in here, but it doesn't mean I have to stick to it.
Exactly.
But yeah, since I keep on saying Xbox and PlayStation back and forth all the time and mess that up, Xbox One is getting Windows 10 cross-platform games and apps. So this was something that was adamantly added by Dennafen here. I did notice that I heard about this back when they announced Windows 10. Yeah, and
no, I'm actually like this is one of the it's a little bit of a follow up from last week because we were talking about it being free on all of the systems, all computers that have 7 or 8.1. It'll be free to upgrade, right? Pirated or not, which is awesome. But the cross-platform cross-platform apps are as actually the biggest feature I think for Windows 10.
Yeah, well, they've been trying to do this forever. I mean, one of the first games on the Xbox 360 was Shadowrun, and they were trying to get that to be cross-platform and everything. But I know this is let's not get started. I bought that. I'm like, hey, this is stupid.
I don't think it's necessarily a good qualifier for that, but it was a good qualifier for like good mobile apps that have like a good PC presence and a good like mobile phone presence and want like a good TV or like living room experience. So a good example of this is like let's say PowerPoint, right? Or PowerPoint type applications. So you could do a presentation in your living room on your big TV instead of, on a computer monitor.
So now we don't need vacation slides. Isn't that right, hon?
Exactly.
We can just swipe it into with a computer. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like that Surface commercial. Let's just make the glass into a screen and all that. Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's essentially...
We're getting closer to that. We're getting closer to Minority Report, basically.
Yeah. And then the
HoloLens is going to go along with that.
But no, I mean, if you think about it, like, the Xbox really has no other saving graces than becoming good at productivity.
Well, here's the thing. I always say, here's the thing. Here's the thing, guys. Here's
the thing, guys.
Here's the thing.
Be good on productivity. All right,
you have to do it. They originally wanted the Xbox One to be this digital system with hardly any games, no trading or whatever. The gamers rebelled, and this is their way of trying to go back around and say, let's make the TV, the Xbox One, the center of entertainment, and be able to have everything matched together. And I think this is a better implementation, to be honest.
So basically, copy what Sony's been doing.
Explain.
Sony's been for like the longest time trying to build an all-in-one entertainment system. And that's why the PS3 had Blu-ray and wireless internet and all that stuff.
And most Blu-ray players have wireless internet now because they want to run different dynamic ads at the beginning, which is pretty smart.
Yeah.
Blu-ray players still exist,
right? Yeah. They're not just burners.
here's one. So, like, gaming used to be like sort of like very cutting edge all the time, right? And we just now agreed on Blu-ray. With this generation, we have, like, compared to PCs, they're the slowest machines ever built of this generation of consoles. Yeah. And none of the games are digitally distributed.
I think the Steam machines looked at the model for console and they're like, no, we're gonna have to go higher.
Is it? Like, well, no, I mean, there's no like, the digital distribution on the games is not very good, and the size of the console hard drives is kind of a joke.
Yeah, and we covered that, and there's a lot of cut footage from last podcast of God's just going on and on and on. God bless him. The guy can go, and we're going to have him on again, of course, since all three people that watch the podcast are demanding him. But but yeah, it's pretty ridiculous, and as you mentioned, there's only one reason to get it, and that's or two reasons to get it, and that's Bloodborne and MLB, and that's for sure. The only but here's the thing. Oh, fucking me. Okay, so the reason why people get these systems is because of these console exclusives. Like, I'm constantly looking at all of the sales on Xbox Ones, and I'm like, oh, okay, Walmart right now has the Master Chief Collection plus a controller for $350. I'm like, do I have enough money in my account? I'm like, what am I doing? Like, there's just the hype behind it, and just the ease of use and all that. But if I was smart, I'd just put my PC down there and just use my TV and a wireless setup.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I mean,
or stream it using the new drivers and stuff for the Nvidia cards.
Yeah. Well, did you see the Nvidia Shield console that was announced at GDC?
Yeah, I did, actually.
That looks interesting, too.
I still think the tablet has more functionality, though. Like, I was really interested in the tablet, but it never goes on sale at all.
Yeah.
I've been
trying.
But
yeah, that's what I'm talking about. The Shield, it's like $200.
Which one?
The Shield console?
Yeah, the console is like $200. Yeah, the tablet's $300 or higher. But what I wanted was to be like,
I'm gonna get the tablet. I'm gonna get the tablet so I can play. So I can play the game. Now I can't remember the name of the game. God damn it!
7 Days to Die because of zombies.
No, fuck zombies. No,
back.
the game that Ubisoft's going out with, where you're in New York and there's a pandemic.
Division,
yeah, the Division.
Dare you forget that? Have you seen anything about this, Grinnar, since you haven't talked in about a year?
I am so out of the loop on a lot of things. Like, my life is get up, eat Final Fantasy.
At least you're dedicated, dude. My attention span on gaming is so short that, like, I'm actually having to come up with rules now. Like I have to, like, if I'm gonna start a new MMO, I have to have a character get max level before I move on to the next one. I heard this on the Massively podcast, and he's like, I'm doing this now. I'm like, that's a good idea for someone like me. Like, I installed Guild Wars. I'm like, okay, let's do this. Oh, whoa, look, there's space over there. Let's go see what that is.
It's something shiny.
Something shiny. Oh, I get a joystick. Cool.
I've decided that I'm over MMOs.
Yeah, you did say that. You said you'd rather die than go back to WoW for one, and I told you that Guild Wars 2 was like $5, and you're like, no.
I didn't say no. I said no. No, it's just nah.
Then why was it bolded with sad faces?
Well, I mean, that's a different discussion.
Okay, later. That's for the post show coming up here.
I just need
Dr. Dennafen and Nurse CensoredOtaku.
I just needed a cuddle. And you weren't there. No, no. I just couldn't. I couldn't get excited about another MMO. Like, I've done the in-game rating on like 4 MMOs. I've started guilds. I've destroyed guilds. I've destroyed bosses. I've had a world first. I'm done. Done.
Dude, you totally ruined what I was about to do. But world first in what?
Wow.
In what?
In oh no. It was server first. Like server world first.
How dare you?
It was, sorry. I need to back up. I did not world first the boss in WoW.
The boss, the one boss that's
Yeah.
constantly the boss.
Yeah. I did. No, it was we did the first boss in the not
Nax?
not Nax. No, it was the one after Molten Core, Blackwing Lair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or Onyxia's Lair if you want to go in between.
Yeah, but no, we did. We were the first ones to kill one of the bosses in Blackwing Lair.
Well, good for you.
Yeah, it was good for me.
Yeah.
Back when you had to be men.
And you didn't get teleports, and you had to
Yeah.
bring arrows as hunters and keep your pets happy, or else they run away.
Exactly, man.
And we couldn't shoot anything that was right in front of our face.
And it was a PvP server too, so we always had to fight another Alliance guild on the way there.
Horde for life. Although I did start on Alliance and then transferred over.
I did the opposite.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was Horde PvP, and then I went over to an RP server, and I was Horde there, and then I became Alliance because I got into a guild.
Yeah. Like, I was going to be in a progression guild this season for Warlords of Draenor, but it was Q4, and I work at a retailer, so, in the marketing department, so I was just like, I can't do it. I can't show up for the hours you need me to, because I would have to leave work early just to get on and just to sit in TeamSpeak and have you yell at me for not being up to par because I have to boost a character and then start from scratch. So, yeah.
But no, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, although when you're in progression guilds and stuff, they pay for all your gear. So, yeah. I am kind of sad it didn't work out that way, but yeah.
So, get that. So, what game you're going to be playing Final Fantasy 13, and then you're pretty much at the end of the PC games, right?
Are you gonna be hopping
I've
over
got
to
13-2 after that.
13-2? Are you gonna hop over to 14 and try to get max level there, or MMO now?
All right, so I played 14 a while back. This is like a year or two ago.
Yeah, before it reset.
No, this was like right after the reset, I think.
Has it really been that long?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Jesus.
it's been a couple of years. And then so one of my buddies got back in, and then the dude who I played with
You played with
originally,
the dude?
he rejoined with his girlfriend, and I'm like, what the hell, guys? But I don't have the money for it, unfortunately, and I would probably want to stream it.
Yeah.
So I'd have to buy it for PC and just reactivate my account and maybe transfer servers. I don't know.
Maybe to where your friends are. Transfer servers to there. Maybe?
Whatever the hell's going on. I mean, I got pretty high level, mostly solo. Like, I'm not part of a guild or anything like that, but I did manage to get in a bunch of stuff. I haven't done any of the real end-game content other than the dailies. That's
Yeah.
pretty much.
I beat all of the spirit bosses, like the hard mode spirit boss things.
Getting carried.
Yeah, I didn't even do that.
I did not get carried. I was the tank, bitch. Fuck you.
That's not what the guild says. The guild say that you're squishier than their mage.
Yeah, I know, and they're full of shit. Anyways, all I get to say about that is when I was doing it without them, the boss died a lot faster.
The fishing in that game is really cool.
Fishing is cool.
Yeah. I like the job system and all the skills and the crafting and stuff. That's all jobs. I like that, and you level them that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that you are like you can swap classes just by changing your weapons.
Yeah, that's a very common trope nowadays in RPGs, but it's very welcome in an MMO for sure.
So a lot of people end up in other MMOs like re-rolling characters a lot. And in Final Fantasy XIV, I've noticed that the only reason I would ever want to re-roll is to change my gender or race. That's it. Like, you can't, if you don't like your class, you just stop playing that class and,
Switch.
Change your weapon.
Yeah, it's very good, so that way you can stick with your character. You can RP if you want. You can do all that stuff, and you don't have to make additional characters. Yeah, the only reason I'd see making another character on that game is to go on another server. Although you did mention that in the free show, you mentioned that you don't have a capture card. Well, I actually got an offer to to get a couple capture cards for the podcast. So if you become a regular contributor, maybe we can hook you up.
That would be sweet.
Yeah, I have pretty decent connections where I work. They hooked me up with some joysticks.
I have 3 extra video cards if you want one.
Do you have an extra TV? Because I'm actually in need of one of those.
Don't have an extra TV. Sorry.
Those are so dirt cheap at Walmart. Just I'm on a site called Slick Deals all day just for work, and they only show the best of the best internet prices, and they have TVs there all the time that are like dirt cheap.
Yeah, get a cheap TV for right now instead of right now TV.
Yeah, there's a couple off brands that are actually really good. Like there's a 4K. I think the brand is Changhong. It's from China, obviously. But the 4K TV, it was decent size for like, $200, $300. It's crazy.
No electronics could be made in China. I don't know what you're talking about.
Dude, what do you... I'm smoking something, obviously.
All the best stuff's made in Japan.
Yeah, right, exactly. See? Yes, all the best stuff.
Speaking of Japan, actually, I started watching Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood this week, actually. And I noticed all the voice actors I recognize, which, my name should attest to that. But I did notice that Naruto, the guy that does Naruto in Japan, also does the main character in that game. So, very interesting. I'm actually afraid, and here's a really interesting thing with me. I'm actually afraid to listen to English voices for anime and games sometimes because I know that Steve Bloom is going to be in it. He's the guy that played Cowboy Bebop and all that. He played Spike. He voiced my brother in a video game. He voiced my brother's face. So anytime he's in a game, it pulls me right out because I'm like, oh, there's my brother. It's so annoying. It's a very unique problem that only happens to me. I need to start a support group just for myself.
I got to hear more about this because I actually when I was living in California, I almost became a voice actor. And the only reason why I didn't is because the company went under right before I could work out a contract.
Yeah, I need to put together a demo reel and do it on the side because I just enjoy doing voices and all that, and everyone says I should. Everyone in my head.
He has a voice for silent movies and a face for radio. All right, so...
Shut up, precious. Anyway. Just quick here. Let's get into some political stuff. And I just wrecked the link. Hold on. Here it is. Gen Con, which is apparently something that's going on right now or happened recently. Is that some sort of console thing?
I have no idea. It's in Indianapolis, man. Nothing matters that happens in Indianapolis.
There you go. Insult a whole one person. Just listening to this. They're actually saying that they're going to move their convention if the Governor Mike Pence, shout out, signs the Religious Freedom Bill, which says that legislation that could allow. Okay, it basically says that business owners can refuse same-sex couples service. So they're basically saying, if you sign this, we're out of here. We make the most out of any convention ever in your city, and if you do that, we leave. Does anyone think they're right or wrong for doing this?
I think they're perfectly right for doing it, but I don't think that it matters.
It's Gen Con. I mean, I've never heard of it.
No. I'm saying I don't think that it matters because they're not going to listen to it. It's a bunch of. I'm not gonna go all.
Do it. Do it.
All right.
Go for it.
Fucking neoconservative Republicans.
Here we go.
That want to ban gay people. Like, they don't care about Gen Con. It's like, what the fuck is that? What the fuck does that matter? They're not going to listen to them. instituted the same group of fucking neocon Republicans just instituted a right to work state in Wisconsin and are even going further into bankruptcy. Like, they're becoming the new Mississippi. I don't see why Indianapolis is going to care.
I thought you were going to say the new Rhode Island.
They're not banning yoga pants.
Well, of course, no one's going to ban yoga pants. I mean,
Oklahoma is.
No, they just hate sex.
They hate fun.
Yeah, it's no good.
They hate everything.
Well, have you heard about that?
Yeah, I did. I heard about them banning yoga pants, and it's stupid.
New to me.
Yeah.
Well,
anyways, I think the Gen Con people are fully within their rights to do so, but like Dennafen said, it's not. They don't care based on economic policy. They care based solely on religious policy, pretty much.
No one who is a religious fundamentalist is going to care about Gen Con's money.
Until it becomes too late, maybe.
Yeah. It does bring in a lot of revenue for the state, it's saying. And they're using what they have to try to make a point, but what they have isn't much. Let's be honest.
Yeah,
I'd never heard of them. I don't even know what the convention.
It's like an RPG thing. They have a dance. I see
it's
that.
Like,
Let me click on this.
It
link.
looks like it's like Dragon Con or something like
Beach
that.
Bash 2015. Move over South Beach and walk. Only Gen Con is the hottest ticket in town, and you won't even need sunscreen. Okay.
Yeah, there's a bunch of like weird shit in the middle of this country. Like it's true, man. There's just a bunch of weird shit that happens in the center of the United States.
Yeah.
I found a link to their website.
Yeah, I'm actually on it right now. I'm trying to figure out what the hell these guys do. Exhibitioner information, sales and marketing kit. I'm sure I want to be there. Authors Avenue. Nothing's saying what it is.
I think that banner's from DDO.
Yeah, hold on.
Is it?
It looks like it.
Is this like a pen and paper RPG thing?
Maybe.
I don't know what the hell's going on. I don't know.
They have an official beer naming contest.
Awesome.
All I know is I'm in because the opening picture is a guy who's cosplaying as the dude.
I saw that. I totally saw that. I'm like, is that the dude? Yes, it is.
It's got it's an anime bullshit character, the dude, and then a Viking or a Valkyrie, and I'm in. That's sold.
Oh man, look at that lady in the mask that's next to the guy that's half black, half white. That guy has a race problem.
It's a race problem. You do realize it's from like Star Trek, right?
What's a Star Trek?
It's a show from old times.
That's Michael Smith. Who's that?
Michael Smith. I don't know.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah.
Your information. So yeah, it's just a geeky con. It's just a geeky con. Like it looks like it's got like comics, event host policy, first exposure.
So how about that SimCity?
Yeah, EO and GM dashboard. So it's totally a pen and paper.
Yeah.
Conference thing.
Yeah, so yeah, when the politicians that are behind this religious freedom bill look at this, they're going to be like, "Oh, damn them DMD geeks we used to pants in high school." So,
or
they're
them
like,
Satan
they're
worshippers.
Like, yes, that's actually good.
I hope the Gen Con's not here. I don't want him corrupting my boy into being into Satan.
One of my buddies growing up back in high school, his mom would not let him play D&D. Or she wouldn't let him own any of the books because she quote unquote said it steals people's souls.
Yeah, I actually I went to a junior high school that was Christian.
You don't understand. I don't care. You're talking too much about these facts. Facts aren't right. I'm not interested. I have two emotions, and that's outrage and fear.
And I voted for Bush again.
The only two. Sometimes they can combine in murderous rage. But that's it.
Okay. Anyway, I don't know why I laughed so hard at that. But yeah, let me just finish what I was saying. I went to a religious, it was a Christian junior high school. And little did I know that it was a GATE program, and I didn't learn anything new until senior year in high school. But what they did instill in us is D&D causes people to be thrown up against the wall from demonic power.
See, I would just start throwing myself up against the wall to fuck with people.
That's because you're Danny McBride.
And the current event reference continues.
Oh man.
So anyway, Grinnar, it's been nice having you on, man. We should do this again, but we got to wrap up. We have gone a little long today, but based on the amount that I think we're gonna have to cut, it's gonna be pretty good. I let it run.
There's easily like 3 minutes at the beginning where I just didn't have my mic on, so it'll be fine.
So anyway, this has been the Just Let It Happen podcast.com. Give a little plug out there to EmpororGrinnar here on Twitch. Go see him and see him continue Final Fantasy. I don't really do Let's Plays that much, but I'm going to see him because he's awesome. And just FYI, we do have a Patreon, patreon.com/JustLetItHappen. It helps goes towards better mics, better coverage, better hosting, and all that. And we do have a Twitter now. It's JLIH Podcast on Twitter. And we have a Facebook page. The website's going to be up soon. And do you have anything else to say?
Just thanks for having me on.
Yeah, thanks for being on, man. Yeah, good times. Good times.
Thanks, guys, for coming out. Thanks for bringing your guys over, and I hope to have you on soon. And I hope to hear from you guys soon. And you guys are awesome. I'm rambling. Peace out.
Bye.